everybody. Today we are in the old city of Jerusalem in the Middle East. And today I chose to come here to one of the oldest, if not the oldest, spice store.
Exactly, the oldest shop in the spice
city. It's more
market,
than,
exactly.
It's 900 years old.
Even more.
Even
more, yeah.
And it's been going from generation to generation.
Exactly.
Until this day, it's the king of herbs and the
King of spices, exactly.
King of spice. Okay. So here we see all kinds of spices that we use. Of course, locals know everything, or almost everything, but in other parts of the country, of the globe, people don't use herbs or spices as much. So today we're going to just do a small overview of what's there. First of all, you get the spices because we know, and we spoke in previous videos, that the biggest hub of spices is Southeast Asia.
Exactly.
And this is where it's been coming for hundreds of years, from there to here. You get it in the form of powder, or do you get it?
I get it the seeds. I get the whole seeds, and we grind the seeds here.
We grind the seeds.
We grind it, and we have our special mixture.
So other
there's
than
a lot of
everyone
combinations
alone,
here, you know.
you do your own combination.
Exactly.
Depending on what people want to cook or medicinal remedies.
Exactly. Depends what they cook. And
What they cook.
I will tell you something. The customers, they came here, and they told us, I want to cook something special.
Yeah.
And we give him something very tasty for that cook, exactly.
Yeah.
You see?
According to the dish.
Yes, exactly. It depends on him what he cook. And we give him something special. All of this here, it's not also that the local people, they know it.
They know.
You know,
Yeah.
this is like, let's say, it's modern. You know?
Yes.
We develop these. The basic spices, it's like 8 things.
Right.
But we make
Cinnamon,
from these
pepper, sumac,
allspice, cardamom, coriander. That's the basic.
The basic.
But from the basic, we make a lot of things, a lot of taste.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
For example, for biryani, we have something from Middle East. It's called kapsa. That's mean makluba. That's mean
Upside down.
upside down. The people love it here.
Yes.
We have something special for that cook. It's very, very, very tasty.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. Wonderful.
Yes, I have a lot of things, and we have something also for Msakhan, also for kapsa that Arabian Saudi cook. It's very tasty.
Wonderful.
And there's something also special. We make it also new. It's dried vegetables. We put it with the rice. We cook it with the rice. For example, that's cooked. It's called mujaddara. It's lentils with onion. It's lentil with onion.
So
it's ready for cook.
Great.
You put 1 teaspoon with a cup of rice. It's ready to cook. It's ready to eat also. You cook it from the beginning.
Also raisins, maybe
Raisins, carrot, cashew nuts,
I see.
something tasty.
and the famous
thing
oregano,
is
za'atar.
we call it here za'atar, the hisab za'atar. The basic, this is thyme,
Yes.
but it's combination from coriander, sumac, seasoning.
Right.
It's something tasty. Here we eat it with the bread and olive oil. With some people, they sprinkle it on salad or with cheese yogurt.
The basic spices, because there are
We
many.
have a lot of things, yes.
You said there are about
I'll tell
5
you
or
something.
7 that are the basic ones.
The basic, let's say, it's allspice, black pepper, cumin,
Cumin, black pepper.
cinnamon, ginger, cardamom. We have the sumac here also. It's here on our planet. Yes, it's called nutmeg, coriander, and the curry.
Now, after the spices are turned
Dried.
into powder,
Yes.
they last less than the actual seeds.
Exactly.
Okay.
Well, they keep it. The people keep it. The whole seeds.
The whole seeds.
It will keep more time. They keep
Right.
it more time than
Right.
the
I know.
the
I mean,
usual.
when I cook or something, I bring smaller amounts of spice, and when they're over, I come and get
And
new because
and you
this
can
is the
get
best
an
way.
idea if you want to make it. If you can save it at home, you can
Yes.
put it in the freeze.
In the
In
freezer.
the freeze.
Okay.
Yes, frigidaire or
That's
the freeze. You
That's
can
for
keep it
people
fresh,
who
yes.
don't live in
Exactly.
places where they can find spices like this. Okay, now you said something about here. So the owner,
The owner of the shop, it's called Imad.
it's like
He's my
his
father.
own-
He's
your
my father. I'm his
his
son.
own
He's,
recipe.
He has
his
a
own
recipe.
mix.
Yes, he has a special
Okay,
mix.
So this is like a trademark of the place.
Exactly. When you see in our sign on the logo of us,
Yes.
on the king, his name, Imad.
name.
Yes,
Lovely.
exactly. I'll tell you something. Before a lot of times,
Yeah.
there's no doctors. That's not. It was doctors,
Of
but not
course,
like.
medicine was from spices
Exactly.
and herbs.
Exactly. The basic thing that the spice shop. For a long time, I want to tell you, the people, they come to us, they want from us the cure for the kind of some disease, you know. We develop these like 30 kinds of
I
things.
see here that this is for like inflammation. Inflammation.
Inflammation, we
Okay.
have something for high pressure,
For
hepatitis,
diabetes.
we have constipation, the colon,
Okay.
stone in the
So,
kidney,
and,
everything
you
that
know,
we have it like
I
in
see
modernity.
there's a combination between like
Also, we have like
truth
essential
and
oils.
promotion of
We make it from the essential oils, the natural cream, eczema, for psoriasis, for many things,
Okay.
for acne in the face.
What is the reaction of the people? Do they tell you that it works? That it
Exactly, sure,
And
sure.
this is fish oil. This
That's
is
the fish oil.
omega 3.
The omega 3, this one. This is the omega 3. It's more big than the fish oil. It came like this.
But this, where do you make it? I mean, do you send
No,
it?
this came outside from outside.
These came ready. But these,
But these things that we made
you
it,
make
we have,
yourself.
yes, exactly. We have.
Go ahead. Okay.
It's like vein in English.
Veins on the
Yes,
legs.
in the legs.
Veins. Okay. بدك تسألي الطبيب؟
لا لانه انا عندي صوره ياكد لي اذا موجود ولا لا، لانه انا مش مبين كثير اثر.
بس انت مهتمة انك
تستعمل اعشاب بدل
مش ادويه.
بدها تستعمل الناس عم تهتم في الاعشاب اكثر من
بس بتسألي الطبيب
ياكد لي اياه مفكره تعمل ادويه ولا هاي كريمات مش ادويه.
اكيد هذه لانه زيوت طبيعيه.
اصلا عندي حساسيه.
Welcome guys.
Going to the market to get your spices is quite an experience. Experiencing all those aromas, realizing how every spice comes from a different tree, which could be from a different country. Trees with different characteristics, and spices which could be gathered in a variety of ways. Cinnamon, amazing. And then they all end up in the spice store next to one another, being sold as a seed or as a powder. People who purchase spices this way and use them daily are also familiar with their therapeutic effects. But the solid advice comes from the spice seller himself. Shopping in the market is not a process of simple pay and take. There's a lot of give and take, questions, information, and even discussions about what's happening. This lady was given almonds, but is not very pleased with the batch. Keeping a good customer happy is very important. So no worries, the batch can be replaced with a smile. When purchasing spices, the locals need to check how fresh they are. First, they smell the spice, and then even taste it too, why not? Once approved by the client, it's purchased. Purchasing spices is a process, and spices as well as herbs are still treated as products for treatment in many parts of the world. The shop owner explains how these products are alive, with each having its unique characteristics. So today we're cooking a dish and we want spices for it too, of course. So how about if we're cooking chicken? Chicken, for example, and I come to the spice store and I say, what do you have a nice spice or a mix or whatever you
Give you something
recommend
very special for the chicken.
for the chicken?
Maybe in the oven, maybe in the grilled chicken.
Okay.
Any type
So
of chicken you
just-
can use it.
Alright.
Maybe some people they marinate it before, and some people they just sprinkle on the chicken and then
Before.
Yes.
So,
Let's begin. Before you taste, you have to smell the chicken. After that,
Yes, and before
smell.
we smell, we shake the spices.
exactly.
All right.
Now open. Smell,
Oh.
and you have a pinch. It's tasty. It's very tasty. You tell me. I don't know.
Nice.
What you taste?
I taste more, I think, something like corn. Did you use corn somewhere?
Give me some.
This, I think
This without. If you taste these without the taste, it's without flavor. You know, it's tasty, but it's not what you taste.
No,
That's
different.
something different.
Wow.
With the combination together, it will be different. You know, but this is something very special for the chicken.
Wow. So there's not a problem what to choose for when you cook.
Exactly. That's for the chicken.
Lovely. Okay. All right. So when somebody sells spices, you need to know the spice for every dish. You need to know what nutrients and what every spice good for the health.
Exactly.
So it's a really whole knowledge thing to sell spices.
Yes, they learn it.
People may know it as the spice market and the spice store, but every spice store has its roots based in herbs, not spices. Those are the items sold that people want to purchase for food, but also for treating the different ailments. The shop owner needs to know the herbs.
So together with spices, you also sell herbs.
The herbs.
Dry
The basic in
herbs.
the spice shop is the herbs
Okay.
and the oils. These things we make everything like herbal tea, like cream, like treatment cream for
Essential
the
oil.
essential oils with the herbs. It's combination together. We can make a lot of things like creams, like treatment one.
Yes.
Like what I told you before, like eczema, like vein for the legs,
Yeah.
for many things. For allergic on the hand, and for the hair maybe, falling hair, for many
Yes.
things. The basic here, the herbs with the oils, we can mix it. We can make a very good special recipe, like a treatment thing.
Treatment.
A treatment
And
thing,
you need
exactly.
to mention that in most cultures that know and are familiar with herbs and spices, for simple things like a tummy ache or scratching, they don't even think of taking medication.
Exactly.
Immediately they want to use an herb or a spice, and usually an herb, and get rid of it in
Exactly.
a simple way, because they trust that, because since it comes from nature, it's
And the
hard
medicine
to-
they has, I tell you, the medicine that I took from the doctor, you will find something like, what I say, a side effect. A lot of side effect, you know, for the future, you know. Now
people
they
know and
now
people
they
understand
Yes,
what
exactly.
they're doing, and because these things have been for hundreds of years, it's very difficult to doubt what they offer.
Exactly.
Of course, we're not crossing out modern medicine by no means, but like the other lady said, I'm going to ask my doctor, but I'm definitely taking
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay, so we have a few herbs here. I see this hibiscus.
There's not it's rose, kind of rose.
Oh, this is a rose.
Yes.
Okay, and this is an herb.
It's mixed herbs.
Yes.
We make it like for like in the winter drink.
For winter. Of course, there's
yes.
some winter
Yes.
herbs and summer herbs.
Exactly. That for the winter herbs.
Okay.
Like also they use it like a treatment for coughing, for for influenza, like
Oh, the flu.
The flu, called the flu. Yes, something like these. We have the green tea. They
For constipation, I know many people use
Yes.
herbs.
they use herbs. They use something like these leaves. It's called senna. Senna leaves.
Okay.
It's called senna. Some people they mix it with the green tea. These things. The green tea is also very good for the
Tummy.
tummy.
I see rosemary here.
Rosemary.
Yeah. Very nice. And of course, all these have their season, but at the spice store,
Yeah.
it's all year round.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
all the season.
And one important interesting thing here that I see is lime.
Lime.
It's dried.
It's a dried lime. There's two kinds from lime.
Uh-huh.
There's the black one and there's the white one.
Okay.
Both is the same.
Uh-huh.
It's the same taste.
Okay.
They usually use it for boiling the chicken, boiling the meat. When they cooking
It sucks the bad smell of
the bad
meat.
stuff on the chicken or the meat. It's good smell, good taste.
It gives a good
Yes,
smell
yes.
and a good taste. Interesting. Lovely.
Yes.
Well,
Some people they mix it with nutmeg. Some people they mix it with the leaves, the lavender leaves.
The
bay leaves.
Bay leaves. Yes. Lovely. And this is dried
Ginger. Yes.
Dried ginger. Really cool. Interesting. Well, it's been a very educational trip
Yeah, you
here
will
today.
come here. You
and
enjoy
I'm
with you here.
definitely, come by often to get my spices here. All right. Thank you very much.
You will
Thank
come.
you.
You
Thank
are
you
so welcome
for
here.
visiting.
You and your friend and your channel.
We will. Well,
You're welcome.
a lot of people are going to see you now.
Yes, sure.
The video.
I hope so.
Thank you everybody. It's been such a wonderful trip today. I enjoyed it a lot and I wish I could just transfer the smell through the video, which I can't unfortunately. But just watching the color and being through these wonderful products of nature is a wonderful experience. Thank you, and remember, the closer we are to nature, the healthier we are. See you next time. Bye.
You're welcome.